Hi guys, I am being pushed to give a message out to the feminines or female energies that we have out there. Right now, it looks like things are gonna be taking an amazing turn for you guys, so I'm actually super excited for you. Oh, and by the way, this process, which is usually quite fast, has actually taken an hour. I usually have more simple backgrounds, but I just kind of was called to put out like beautiful things, but simple things, things that wouldn't cost a lot, but things that I love, things that are seen as like almost sensual. So I feel like you guys may be doing that, and I think that's what the cards are explaining too, that you guys are really giving a lot of self-love to yourself. And because we all exhibit the energies of masculine and feminine, whatever part of you, your feminine qualities, I really feel is just, maybe you guys are beautifying your home like I am making kind of my bedroom like this right now. So maybe you guys are just finding beauty, like beautifying what's around you. I'm being told like clearing things out, just making things simpler in your life, beautiful, eloquent, but easy. Are the words that I'm getting. So that's amazing, guys. What I got for you guys first is actually the 5 of air and the 9 of air. So I'll see if I can set these up. With the 5 of air, if you look at her, I'm really being drawn to her mask. Now she is trying to be eloquent in this. And it looks like she is being supported, but it doesn't really look like a flow. So 5 of air is 5 of swords, like conflict. So I feel like you guys have come from a place of conflict, and you did try and maneuver that eloquently. But what Spirit wants you to know right now, what your angels want you to know. Oh, and I specifically was told Archangel Michael, who I believe is about justice, and Archangel Gabriel, which is about the heart. So I feel like you guys are calling in justice for your heart right now, which totally makes sense. So the 5 of air, the conflict that you did try and maneuver eloquently in the past, is going to the 9 of air. So I do feel like a heaviness on hearts, but if you look at her, she has grown blue jay wings. So blue jay, I'm not sure what that totem animal represents, but maybe you guys might want to look that up if you're called to. She's grown blue jay wings, and she's actually being supported at this time by the conflict that was in her past, and you are being supported as well. Right now I really feel like a rising up, almost like a growing tree, or even though it may be fall in some areas, like a newly sprouted, just fresh, like plant coming up, I'm seeing. So after that, I got a big bunch of cards, which really explains the story to you. So I will try and get them out correctly. I feel like in the past you guys had a real passion in your heart with the Queen of Fire. Like maybe you were trying to go for this, like running towards it, reaching out, just like holding that flame. But if you see around her, it's, she is standing still. And, there's darkness around her, and I'm just being drawn to that with this particular reading. I feel like you guys are walking away from that. Some of you might not be happy about it or weren't happy in the past about it with the dark rocks on the left-hand side, but you guys are seeing an opportune future. You guys are seeing light ahead of you. So I feel like you're not really going to be stuck in that. Next we have the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Fire. So I'll see if I can get all these guys in here. So the Magician, card number 1, High Priestess 2, and the Ten of Fire. So I really feel like you guys went from like trying to plot kind of and take control of your energies and kind of, you know, trying to make things appear, you know, very seriously, more to following like your intuition. And this card, if you look at her, she's just a lot freer. She does have, you know, she has her third eye lit up. She's got a star on her cheek. I feel like you guys are just, yeah, and it's dark on the left-hand side. You guys have wings all over your face here. I really feel like you're really trusting. You're in balance. Look at, if you see the moon, it's really talking about the cycles of the moon, being in balance, being balanced, not trying to go towards anything anymore. So that's super beautiful. But like, look at, it's all, she's like ethereal. It's almost like a real magician because she looks magical. She looks way more magical than this guy this time for some reason. Look at, he's got leaves like falling. Looks like fall leaves. So something about you trying to manifest things or pushing toward is dying, and you're coming forward with a more eased energy, a more knowing energy. Just like a beautiful, it's so much more light. And with that we have the Ten of Fire too. So I do feel like you know, you guys are burning your contracts, you're burning your past, you're burning what you were in the past. If you look behind her, there's actually cement blocks. So I really feel like you guys have been stuck in a place, and you're choosing to go forward, like with trust, with passion, but like, you know, she's got a lot of blue on too. So, but her mouth is not open. She's just, it's more action than words with her. She's standing very tall. So I feel like you guys are, you know, perhaps some of you guys are leaving jobs or marriages or, you know, just burning your past story, or the stories that kept you in the past. And those are also the stories. Oh my God, that one looks like a heart. Maybe you guys are burning, you know, you are clearing out your places. So maybe you're burning love notes of the past, or just burning things so you can birth things anew. Okay, so I don't, you guys know I don't talk about twin flames. What some of you may not know is that my parents, my own parents, were actually divorced and then remarried. And I know from the astrology, I listened to the Leo King last night, and I almost turned it off because he's like, oh, you guys don't believe in twin flames. So apparently there is something with the astrology. If you guys want to go watch that, you feel free to do that. But I know from my parents, and their, if you want to call it a twin flame journey, like my mom was very sure. She became very strong. She totally did her own thing. She went forward. She took care of like me and my brother as a single mother, like back when it was harder, back when there wasn't child support. Like she was like BA. She was not taking any, you know, kind of crap from my dad. And when she dated people, she also, you know, didn't allow people to control her either. Like she was her own, she was an artist, she was a Leo, she was like a very beautiful, kind person, but also she did not put up with like people asking her where she was or, you know, anything like that. And unbeknownst to her, apparently my dad still clearly was in love with her. But I really think that it was her growing strong through that separation that let his eyes renew. on the strength that she was. So if you guys are going through something like that, like I'm being told, like you need to go ahead, know and trust that, you know, what is best for you will be brought in for you. And I'm getting truth chills. Like, if you were on a twin flame journey and you were the feminine at this point, you will be done with it. Like, you will be like, I am in my power. I know that there are other people out there for me. Like, this struggle I went through grew me up. And that's really what I'm feeling. So I'm feeling some people may still be like, I'm just feeling like an aching in my heart. And I feel like if you are still looking to a person, thinking that you need them, or like really sure that that's your story, then it's most likely not. Because the part of the rise of the feminine right now was to grow love with yourself, was to be complete in you. Because I'm just like, okay, so I'm a nerd. So just like, it's like the periodic table and the noble gases. So in the periodic table, there are all these molecules, and, you know, but they stick to each other. They blend with each other because they're incomplete. So they might be, you know, make like bonds here, bonds there, you know, but they can go from bond to bond because there's something incomplete in their own like molecular structure. So when you're incomplete or you're not strong in yourself, you feel that emptiness and you attract someone that's just that has that emptiness too, and then you almost cling to each other. And you lose yourself in that relationship. So that's what this time was to get over, really. If you look at the noble gases, like they're complete in and of themselves. They're strong and beautiful in their own independent person. And the noble gases, like they can like blend with other noble gases, but they're not dependent upon that bond. They spin in a uniform pattern, like they're strong, uniform. They're not lopsided. Usually in a relationship where two are missing part of themselves from past traumas that aren't healed, there's a back and forth, like the runner and chaser kind of situation there, where, you know, one will pull towards the other, and because you're pulling towards someone, they're naturally going to pull away. And when you pull away, the other person, you know, is going to feel that dependence on you until, you know, ultimately you both don't really heal. You just become in a codependent relationship. So that's really what I'm hearing. Like if you're in that spot where you feel a need for a person, I'm hearing, maybe this is coming from mom. Is this? Yeah, it's my mom. That's not what we're talking about. But if you feel, and this is a feminine too, I know the masculines are at a different point, and I'll talk about that too. If you feel as a feminine that you need this person, or you're not seeing the opportunity for other love and being totally open to that at this point, like that's not, like you gotta, it would be best to find where in your life, why in your life you're clinging to that kind of story, because your story needs to be, it's supposed to be about you right now. It's supposed to be about your journey. And I know I've talked about Chiron's journey, and what I just found out is that Chiron, the wounded warrior, you know, I know all of our masculine sides have been through that journey, and maybe part of it for you guys has been heartbreak, and maybe you thought, oh, this can't happen to me, like I never expected this, but that was specifically to break down your masculine part, your ego part, so that the feminine could be born from that, the softer side, the giving side, but the strong side. And ultimately on Chiron's journey, apparently it's his wife, his spouse, his significant other that comes to save the masculine when he is hurt, when he is in a situation with like kindness and love. So what I've been hearing is like, so the Leo King, he's a Leo, and he's like to people in relationships, to the masculines in relationships, like, who are you guys? Because some boys are gonna watch this, or masculine energies. Who are you guys looking at? Like, if you're with somebody, who are you looking at? Like, who are you watching on social media, or who are you like thinking of that you're not talking about? Like, that should be an indication to the masculines. It's a call, and it's not something they want to do. I'm hearing like they're kind of upset about it. They're confused. So feminines, don't worry about them. Like, you put your cap on. I know you guys are really intuitive, so you might be feeling that right now, and that might come in as confusion to you. So I don't want you guys to be confused on your paths, because all you guys need to know is that like amazing things are coming in for you because you did do the work. But what I have been specifically feeling from the masculines is that there is a lot of confusion. I know with the astrology, some of them were pushed at a certain point, and I'm not sure of the conjunction. I only use astrology to confirm my own things after I've already learned the lesson. But I do know there's something with last 2019, and I know a lot of you guys, stuff happened then, where people were being pushed with their intuition. But there was something about Neptune then that made it very cloudy. So that makes a lot of people nervous for what they're being called for this weekend. But you should check your own alignments, definitely. But Neptune is like aligned right now. So the dreams and the calls that you're feeling, whatever way that is, are more true to your soul. And if you open yourself up and get out of your head and kind of sit with a quiet mind, like, you'll be able to see things clearly right now. And this goes to any religion. You don't have to be like metaphysical. Like, we have angels here for you guys. And even I consider myself, I know I've been asked, like, Jesus is my homeboy. Like, he is the heart. But because I'm like analytical, I have a lot of like my Mercury is in Sagittarius, which means that I like literally need scientific proof to believe something. It needs to be true to me. Like, I can't just like blindly believe things, which is why like the steps in Buddhism helped. I did start meditating because it would lower my cortisol levels, which during my own Chiron journey, which did open up everything else. So I really feel like the feminines are as well being aligned in like material and spiritual world. And I know that's been hard lately. Like, we just wanted to sit in our spiritual selves, in our spiritual world, and just kind of like stay there, because everything else, if you're not aligned, a lot of people are just very angsty right now. And you just have to look at them, of course, with love and compassion, and try and bring some peace just by being around in their lives. And I really feel like a lot of you guys are doing that just by, centering yourself, by, cleansing and beautifying and kind of clearing your energy aura. You guys are bringing peace to others around you, I think, in bigger ways than you even know. And I'm hearing home and family, and you're bringing grace. You guys are bringing grace. Where the regular world wouldn't consider that deserved, I'm hearing. And I totally get that. Like, we are the feminines, like, growing up out of the structure, if this is your journey, like growing into a kindness, like just to be kind. Like, we're going with our heart, not because it's like judicial or just on this world, but this is a part of birthing the new world. So I really feel I'm being drawn down to the 10 of fire too. So you guys are also burning the old structures, like the Saturn structures, the structures of fairness of heart by man, and society, because you guys are bringing in like almost, I'm seeing like a community, like things like a love-based, like things you want to do. You're doing things out of your heart space, not seeing what's given back, just doing it because you're being called to do that. Oh, and back to the Christianity thing, like I have seen like glorious, like I met a pastor's wife, and she was talking to me about how her intuition and her messages are like on fire right now. And okay, I'm being told that my siblings might not like me talking about them in readings, so I'll try and be discreet because I didn't specifically ask permission. But I have one sibling, and when we were what stuck out to me, what was like highlighted in my mind, is when we were planning my dad's funeral. We were picking out songs, and there was like a pause, and they were like, okay, I'll see if anything comes to me. And then just to look in their eyes, I was like, oh my gosh, like they're getting messages too. So like that just brought me joy, and I just kept it kind of silent. But it doesn't matter. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to say, God comes to everybody in ways that they most understand. So I'm really feeling that now, and I'm really feeling like, you know, you guys are secure in what you believe, but maybe you're being more open to what other people believe, because if it's all love-based, like if we take out the words that have kept us kind of apart and under control and like being told what to believe, you guys are really coming forth with what, you know, you feel and know. And I'm getting that both for masculines and feminines. All people are getting a lot of clarity on what is true. And that doesn't mean like casting aside anything, casting aside like your religion, because clearly you're in your religious space because it's where you need to be. That is your path. But I also see people being more freer with other people's paths and actually being interested into what they believe. So that's beautiful too. So that's amazing, guys. Okay, back to the reading. It's like 2222. All right, so you guys are being called, or you have called. I was corrected. You have called. You've done the work. You've made your call, and all of your cards are looking ahead, which is to the future. You guys are calling the divine to bring in what's for you. And I'm just really being directed to the angels here, and the angels are responding to you. Like specifically, I got the Queen of Earth and the Ace of Earth. So you are calling for these things to manifest on the material realm. And Spirit is looking right at you and answering like, yes, I'm bringing this I'm bringing this in for you. It's going to manifest. Like you're looking towards that and you're seeing that. You may have already seen that show up. And I'm getting with your burning passion, like your drive, your inner glow, your creativity, like you're just like loveliness, like by you showing, you being led by Spirit to show grace and passion and like empathy to others, like you're being able to trust with closed eyes, like you know that you've done the work, you've spoken love, your words of love heal people and they get them intrigued. And you may not be able to see this right now, how far your ripples are going, I'm being told, but look at, she's like ethereal, it's like gorgeous, like it's almost like your light from inside you is bringing out the colors of other people. You know, she is a unicorn, like almost like a unicorn, like you're touching people, maybe just in like everyday interactions, but it is really, it's lighting them up too. Oh, and now the 9 of air and 5 of air. So 9 of swords and 5 of swords is in reverse. So good job, guys. All right, and so here we're coming from your past. So we got the Hermit and Patience. So I feel like you guys, you know, and if you see, I've never seen this before, but she has a clock on her heart. So I feel like you guys have waited a long time, like in your hermiting mode, like with the keys to your heart hung out there, with the keys to your home hung out there. But with number 9, I really feel like, and look at, I think there's a face there. I think it was for a specific person. You know, and that's, she's looking at the past, like, this is over. You're not going to stay and wait anymore. Not in a mean way, like in a very, like, you've done the work, like you've planted the seeds, you've grown your foundation strong, and you're able to go forward with like a lightness, like the Page of Water, so the Page of Cups, like with child's eyes, like curious about what's going to happen. There is 2 lotuses there, so I really feel like a lot of you guys actually may be on a twin flame journey. I will link the Leo Kings discussion for anyone that wants to hear about that. I'm not an astrologer, and you guys need to pick up what resonates with you. I don't, encourage anybody to go towards another person or with an addiction type need. And that's not what I'm feeling from you guys. I'm feeling like you're really light. You've done the work. You do respect the past. Like, you do love the past, I feel. And those past relationships, but you're willing to go forward. Like, the spray is coming up, and I really feel like you guys are just like joyful and simple things right now. And with that, then we have the Messenger of Earth and the Four of Fire. So you guys have worked a long time. Like, that's the Knight of Pentacles. But look at, it's a female, and she's so strong, and she's looking straight ahead. She's not looking at the past. Like, she's being like, I have worked on this. I've worked on myself. And with the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands, like, you've worked on your own stability. You've worked on being stable enough to bring joy and happiness and like silliness and playfulness into your heart, like lighting up people around you. And that's granite, which does have a lot of crystals in it. So that is a lot of intuitive hits. I feel like you guys have been planting love in places, like planting love, lighting up love, reflecting love in people's hearts, and that's given them stability in themselves as well. And I'm being drawn to the portal. So there's definitely a portal that you guys are going through. You're already there. I'm being told like you did the work. And it looks like fire on her antennae too. You've done the work, so you're sure in your stability. Things have already come into your sight. Now you're just sitting back, like, amazingly barefoot, relaxed. And I understand that, because last week I was like really drawn to like figure out my life all of a sudden. I was like, okay, this stability came in. I need to figure out everything right now. But after that, like, became a calming, because I just trust that, like, I'm exactly where I need to be, and when the time to move comes, I am gonna know exactly what that's like. You guys are gonna know if it's right for you, is what I'm being told. So we have, and I'm just gonna put these out the way that they came out. So next we have 6, and that's love. And if you look, maybe that is Chiron's wife, like. She tamed the beast with love. There's sturdy structures back there. That also looks like a portal to me too. With the number 6, it's equal give and take. Love is also about like divine happiness. It's almost like the call. There's lines on each side of that. So I feel like with your journey, Spirit's really called to another to bring in balance. But it's just very relaxed, like very Mars coming home, and Venus like comforting him too, and very like just a softness. And I'm being told like Mary, like a softness, like a gentleness, like being in like just nature, like with an innocent love, like your child, and just nurturing that. So that's it's beautiful too. And Andromeda. And Andromeda might mean something to you guys. Just being told like an Andromeda, and I think that's a star, but I'm not good on my Greek legends, guys. So yeah, I just really feel like you guys are doing self-nurturing, like nurturing the beast inside you, or maybe, you know, nurturing someone else. But Leo is all about, you know, structure. It's fixed, it's strong, it's brave, and it's ruling the heart. So you guys are just bringing love into your heart. And next I got the 6 of Earth with the star in the middle and the 6 of Air. So, and I know you guys, some of, you know, you might be superstitious. That is the 666, but in numerology, that is actually like stability, and like it is essentially something that is brought in, or the numbers were biased because that really talks about just like the number 13 in the divine feminine, like taking control of your own life and enacting change through love. So we have the 6 of Earth, like, and it's just that deer, and I'm really getting deer energy too, like just a gentleness with a knowingness, like all those orbs up there, like a miraculous change coming through. A stability showing up on Earth for you, on the Earth plane, and with the star, like the water bearer, like you nurturing other people, like because you are divine, because you have gotten the messages, because you do have the darkness in the background, and then ending with the 6 of Air, which would be the 6 of Swords, like you've been through this journey. But if you see with the birds again, the spirit is holding you up and guiding you on your path, and there is light in the distance. So we really feel like that is what you guys have gone through, if you are called to this message. So this is just another confirmation, like this weekend specifically, I'm being told, like, don't not even devalue, like live with the divinity that you've created for yourself, like know that God lives in you, and you are literally being the sun for other people right now. You're nourishing them, and that, be comfortable with that being your gift, because that's a beautiful gift. Oh my gosh. And I just so if the 6 of Pentacles again, like things are equaling out for you, and maybe that's with the divine feminine and masculine, or, you know, if you do feel you're on a twin flame journey, like you don't have to worry about going towards that. That's being brought in for you. I feel like with the 5 Pentacles on the outside, a lot of you have felt left out in the cold, and she's looking to the side, but like spirit is bringing in, just like with the Ace of Pentacles, that last piece of stability to bring justice. We are in Libra season. I love Libras. Yeah, I think a lot of you felt, geez, now we got 7s. 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands in the past. Like you, maybe there were 2 options. You weren't clear on which way to go, so you did feel defensive. But I'm really feeling that energy just like go away. Yeah, you had heartbreak, but you did transform with the, yeah, and justice again. Like justice for your past, justice because you equaled out your future. And let's see, I do like to get things to just pop out. So let's see what we could get here. Angel spirits, guides, please. God, could I get something for the best good of everyone? Okay, what do we get pop out? All right, we got the Sun. Like, yeah, you guys are going forward, like, with a child's eyes. And I'm being told, like, the meek will inherit the earth. And that's not, a meek is not, you know, I think we have the wrong notion of meek, and I'm just being thrown like the 3, like the Trinity there. The meek is like the humble. The meek is the open, like that person, that child is naked, not like a literal child naked, but like when you go forward with your true self, humble, knowing your own past so that you can help others heal, like that is the kind of meekness, that is the kind of gentle love that will inherit the earth. Like that's what the rod is calling to right now. Like that's a lot of you guys' path right now. Like because you healed yourself, and I'm being told divine feminines, it is time. And I don't like to bring my personal stuff in here, but I was actually told to bring my dad's watch, which I got from my siblings, and it's amazing. And let me see, it's 10:05, 10:04. Anyway, I was told to put my dad's watch in there, which I adore. So I didn't really want it on camera, but that's also Saturn. So I feel like you've been through the work. You did the work. Okay, and I got 2 more. Let's see what those are. Yeah. So your confusion, with fights or conflicts in the past, not knowing where that's going to lead is going to be over. That was a hard time, I'm being told, but I'm also being told that you need to look and remember that time, because a lot of the masculines or the masculine energies around you are having an inner conflict with themselves, not knowing which way to go. And you've been there, so you can be compassionate with that. You can be easy with that. But I'm also being told you won't wait. You will know. Yeah, you're going to know what is right for you. Like with the 2 wands. Just feeling a lot of confusion from like half of the collective right now, like looking to the past, not knowing. You can't look to the past right now to plan your future. Yeah, the 6 of Pentacles, like things will come out. Oh wow. Okay, things will come out. Like the King of Swords is going to offer you up some kind of truth this week, and the Page of Cups is going to allow you to go towards that truth meekly, like humbly, with caring. There's a fish in there. Maybe get a little Pisces going on. It's probably the Neptune that's like letting you grow your dreams right now. You're going to be able to go forward with your truth in a humble manner. And if you do connect to somebody, you're going to know that that is the person for you. They're going to come across as very like clear. And I'm being shown Secret of Secrets cards. Hold on, I'll get to that. It's totally in a different deck. It's a different place in my house. Okay, and the King of Pentacles and the Emperor and the High Priestess. Yeah, so no, Aries is the Emperor, but I'm just being shown the King of Pentacles, like the very grounded masculine nature is looking ahead, and as opposed to being controlling with the old structure, or the Emperor like looking to the past. And I'm just being really called to the darkness that he has on him. Like this is the old way, I'm being told, with the beard. So the new way is the gentle moon, the knowing of the divine feminine, and you know, the masculine coming forth and birthing that in reality. So that's beautiful, guys. All right, and I'm going to just quick show you the Secret of Secret cards in case that means anything to you guys. And it's from the Gita deck. All right, now I'll read it to you. This knowledge is the king of education, the rarest of all secrets and the purest knowledge, because it gives direct perception of the self by realization. It is the perfection of religion. It is eternal and joyfully performed. Oh, and that's chapter 9, verse 2. So that would be ninth house is spirituality, and number 2 is the softness of the feminine. So I really feel like that is just perfect for you guys right now. So we got Michael, we got Gabriel, and we have you guys coming forth and with divine knowledge of, you know, your self-realization, the perfection of your specific religion, which is funny because I I didn't know I'd be getting a Gita card. And yeah, okay, I got more messages for you. I'm going to have to cut this off soon. I do have stuff to do. Okay, and I got overcoming fear. I don't think I've pulled this card before. And just with the heaviness in that, I feel like this might be the masculine coming through. No effort on the yoga path is ever lost, nor can any obstacle ever hold one back forever. Just a little progress on this path can protect one from the greatest fear. Yeah, so I feel like you guys may be afraid and unsure, like I was saying, like on what, if this is the right direction to go. But it's all about little steps. It's all about little changes. But I mean, if you're being called for something with your masculine energies, like you need to let that come forth this weekend, especially considering. And then I got true leaders. And that's the last one, guys. Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage and encourage in battle, generosity and leadership are the natural qualities by which the Kshatriya works. Sorry, you guys, I'm not good with this. And that is chapter 18, verse 43 in the Gita. So just let you see that. Yeah, and it's all about compassion. Look at how simply, it's like beautiful there, but it's so simple, like I was talking about. And yeah, like he's in a meditative pose, and she's just very simply there. And I really feel like that's, and I think they've got Buddha beads there. So like prayer beads, or that would be, I'm just being drawn to let you guys know that the rosaries from Christianity, like there's so many things that reflect each other, mirror each other in different religions. Like, so the Buddhists and the Hindus, they have prayer beads as well. So that's not a coincidence. And there's something that my dad we had talked about before he had passed, because I was really uneasy. Bringing forth is kind of how I am, because I didn't want to make anybody nervous. So what I was working on, I had to bring forth to my dad. I was like kind of forced to tell him to speak that into earth. So I really feel like you guys, like I'm being told that like some of you guys are afraid to do this. But you're going to get pushed. Like you're not going to really have a choice if that's for you. And you may feel uncomfortable, but or defensive. But when I told my dad about how I am, like he was able to comfort me. And I really feel like that's, if you guys are going forward with that kind of calling, with that kind of intuition, yeah. And I got the Ace of Swords. Like if you're being told this, like from spirit, being shown, you're going to be shown truths. You're going to be shown synchronicities. Like you're going to be guided to things that tell you these things, that confirm the messages that you've been getting. Like, maybe it's just a random video. Maybe some of you just randomly clicked on this video, and that's going to be your signal. I'm being told, like, for a couple of you specifically, it will be this video with the Chariot, as above, so below, like that will confirm your message, that you won't feel out of control, that you will be able to look to your past with a different eyes. Back to my dad's story. So my dad was able to comfort me in kind of my mom, it's funny because my mom used to do astrology, and she used to read, and I spoke about them before, like all my mom's all my mom's line is psychics, like Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and I really feel like a lot of people are coming out with that at this time, but specifically like my mom's family psychic. And my dad actually found pointed out to me that if it wasn't for astrology, like we Christians wouldn't have found Jesus, because it's actually the Magi's that follow the astrology of the stars that led people to Jesus. So if some people are feeling uncomfortable about that, they need to know that part of the story, because I don't think it's highlighted a lot. So someone that's listening to this will be brought comfort. Maybe someone that's listening to this is uncomfortable with what they're being drawn to, specifically because it's their path, not being in line with the stories that are highlighted. But I'm just being told that, like, if all stories were highlighted, if the old ways are being reborn, so people are going to be able to see that. The messages are coming into everybody, that these miracles still happen. And you're not going to have strength to do that, or strength to go forward with that anymore. You guys are just going to allow that to happen. Like, that's already coming in. Yeah, that's already manifesting, because it's time to feel your religion more than read about it. So I'm really told that's what's growing from the work that you guys are doing. Like, and I'm just being told spirituality, because we don't really, like, even have words for the, like, closeness that we're coming to right now. So I don't feel like you guys should try and label anything from the past or the future. Like, let that, all of those swords, all of the pain, yeah, from the past. I got the 10 of Swords. Let all the pain from the past come forward new. Like, there's kids there with the 6 of Cups. And the Ace of Wands is bringing you, like, a passion to renew the ways that you felt much more lighter as children. Like, that kind of soft love. Like, it's not, I feel like you guys, I think there's a lot of confusion going on right now. So I hope I could bring some gentleness to let you guys put that confusion in your past now. But it's been almost a 47-minute reading, and I did not expect this much, but I really feel that some of you through, I'm being drawn to the pearls, so some of you through things that irritated you, or things that came into your life that were not the best for you, impurities. Through that, you're growing pearls, and I really feel that people see that, and that the things that are right for you will come in a natural way, in a flowing way. And if this is resonating with you, and this is the last confirmation that you needed on this plane, I'm really feeling like I'm so happy to bring that to you, and I'm being shown a feather. So for at least one person watching this message, this is literally what they're needing to go ahead and manifest. And I actually feel like that's a feminine or a masculine energy coming forth into the feminine understanding. So that's beautiful. I'm, like, so honored, you guys. I'm so happy. Okay, you guys don't have to, like, share your personal stories with me, but I'm so honored to be a part of your journey. And if you guys totally want to, like, totally share your personal stories with me. If you guys leave comments in the comment section, because I got I'm beautifying my life, like, with my kids, and I'm just, like, going towards, like, the ultimate fun and kind of carefree, like, gentleness, and I got, like, siblings I need to annoy and, like, all this stuff. But if you guys leave comments, like, I'm going to start picking people just to give random readings to, and that's pretty easy. I just, like, I record a reading and I just send it to you, a private link, and then you don't have to disclose your personal information to everybody. But I really feel like this is a time of serving, so that's how I can best serve you guys specifically, because I feel like a lot of you guys have confusion because it is general readings. I read the cards because you guys feel more comfortable with them. You guys like to see the cards, I feel. And that also helps your individual intuition as well. But when I do recordings, I usually don't use cards. I mean, I could if you want me to, but I really just pluck. I did really usually just pluck the messages. So you guys' thoughts have, they materialize. They have actual, well, it's physics. They have actual form. So if you are cleared out, you can just actually pluck those messages. And I feel like a lot of you guys are super able to do that right now. So, you guys, I'm so happy to give you these readings, and I'm so excited for us. There is some kind of portal coming through. There is some kind of like change. I know a lot of the world is afraid of it, but I really feel like it's a more calming, like peaceful change for so many of you. Because I really feel like you have just, you haven't been distracted by outward focuses like the world. You've just been focused on your own happiness and the happiness of those you love. And that is really how we're all going to make it through this, by serving others in our own area, by healing ourselves. Like, I'm being told, save the cheerleaders, save the world. Yeah, so you guys have become, you guys have healed yourself. Like, you have been your own cheerleader through this, and because of that, you're able to go to other people that are going through tough times and able to heal them as well. So that is totally beautiful, you guys. But I totally got to get off here. My kids have school today. I got stuff to do, but I love you all, and thank you so much for allowing me to do this divine feminine masculine, I guess, twin flame reading for the world. Love you guys. Bye.